What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out one of the latest robot vacuums from Ecovacs. What we have here today is called the Ecovacs DEEBOT X12 OmniCyclone, and at the time of this video this device is Ecovacs' flagship device. And I have to say, this robot here is packed with features, some features that I have never seen on any other robot vacuum. Now, before we go any further, I also want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Ecovacs, and there will be some links in the video's description so you can check out this robot vacuum as well. Okay, so we're gonna start with a feature that I haven't actually seen for any other robot vacuum before, and I don't actually believe it exists for any other robot vacuum. So the manufacturer calls this focus jet stain pre-dissolving technology. This feature is specifically useful for kitchen areas where grease and stubborn stains are common. Basically, our robot vacuum has two nozzles on the front here, and it can spray with water and cleaning solution ahead of its cleaning. So imagine for a second you have some dried up stains, you have some grease. Well, basically the robot vacuum can go over that area. It will spray the entire area with that water and cleaning solution. For cleaning solution, you can fill that up in the OmniCyclone station. And then after it sprays that area, so basically everything is going to become loose, it goes with the Osmo Roller 3.0, so the roller mop that we have at the bottom here, and it will clean that area really well. So it doesn't matter if you have stained, I don't know, coffee marks or ketchup or grease or anything that's on the floor that's dried up. Well, because it's already sprayed that area with water and cleaning solution, then it goes over that area with the roller mop and it will clean everything. Because the roller mop actually takes all the dirt and all the dirt stays inside the robot vacuum, the dirt will not be spread throughout your house. So it basically goes over one area and all the dirt from that area actually stays inside the robot vacuum, and eventually it ends up in the OmniCyclone station. So this is a feature that I haven't actually seen from any robot vacuum before. So it doesn't matter what kind of a mess you have on your floors will be spotless after the X12 here goes on a cleaning cycle. The roller mop here also extends out of the robot's body 1.5 centimeters, so it can reach the edges of the wall. You know, with a lot of robot vacuums, you typically get about this much space that never gets cleaned. Well, of course, that is not the case with this one, because the roller mop can actually extend out of the robot's body, so it can touch the wall basically. And of course, we also have this side brush here that can get into corners, get all the dirt that may be close to the wall, so you're not gonna have any spots left that aren't clean. So basically this pushes all the dirt towards the suction hole here, and the roller mop extends all the way to the wall, so no missed spots. I have to say, seeing the focus jet working together with that roller mop, it's like nothing that I've seen before. So very, very impressive seeing the robot vacuum spraying the area first and then mopping it. Like nothing I've seen before. Now, another feature that I really like about this robot vacuum is basically fast charging. The manufacturer calls this power boost charging, and what is that? So basically every time the robot vacuum goes back to the OmniCyclone station to wash the mop, it will charge, and it charges very, very fast. You know how fast charging exists for cell phones? Well, this is basically the same with this robot vacuum. So in a 3-minute washing session, it can charge the battery up to 13%. So, you know, if you've had other vacuums in the past, if you're using the vacuum at the maximum suction power, if your house is very big, it will run out of power. Well, chances are this will not run out of power because it charges so much every time it goes to wash that mop that it basically never runs out of power. Alright, so we know that the vacuum does great for mopping and basically washing the floors. How about vacuuming? Well, surprise, surprise, it also does really good for vacuuming. So the robot vacuum here is equipped with what the manufacturer calls Blast Airflow Plus Zero Tangle 4.0 brush. So the brush at the bottom here doesn't catch hair. I've been using this vacuum for about a month and a half, maybe even 2 months, and I've never actually cleaned this brush right here. I believe we take it out like this. So there is really no hair on this brush after the vacuum has been vacuuming and cleaning the house for almost 2 months. Of course, there is some dirt here because, well, it goes mopping and all that, splashing and all that, but there is no hair. The same goes for this side brush here, so there is no hair that will be stuck on this and the main brush of the vacuum here. Plus we have 22,000 Pascal of suction power, so it doesn't matter if the vacuum goes over carpets, over hard floors, it can suck anything up from the floor. Everything will end up in this dustbin that we have right here. So this is where the dustbin lives, and you don't actually have to clean this dustbin yourself. Every so often the robot vacuums go back to the OmniCyclone station and it will empty the dustbin inside there. So this is called the OmniCyclone station because of the way the dirt actually spins in that container there, let's call it. So this is a bagless design, so you don't actually have to buy bags for this base station. You basically just remove that container, you empty it out, you put it back, and that's it. You don't actually have to purchase any bags. Of course, the OmniCyclone station will also wash the mop and dry the mop with hot air. I believe it's 63 degrees hot air. At the top, we also have the clean water container and the dirty water container. And if you actually check that dirty water container, you will be amazed to see how dirty that water is. And let me tell you, I have this cleaning the house every second day. And constantly that water is always black, so quite impressive how much dirt this collects from the floor. You can also put a cleaning solution there. There are a couple of containers for cleaning solution, and that's pretty much it. That OmniCyclone station is very maintenance free, let's call it. There are also multiple ways to control the robot vacuum. So first of all, you can control it from the Ecovacs app. Of course, the vacuum will map out your entire house when you first start using it. It knows exactly where it is at all times. It knows how to go back whenever it needs to wash the mop or recharge or anything. Basically, if it needs to empty the dustbin, it will go back by itself and then it will continue cleaning. So from the app there you can change basically anything about the way the robot vacuum cleans. You can send it to a certain area. You can basically do anything and modify anything from the app. Now, if you don't have the phone handy, you can also give the robot vacuum voice commands. So there are many voice commands that are available through the Eco Assistant. And I guess I'll show you a couple of examples of how that works. Okay, Eco. Vacuum the kitchen.
Okay, the area will be vacuumed now.
Okay, Eco.
I'm listening.
Go home.
Okay, back to station.
Aside from mapping your entire house and knowing where it is at all times, it's also super smart at avoiding obstacles thanks to its advanced sensors. It easily steers around cables, toys, or basically anything that you may leave on the floor, so this robot vacuum will not get stuck. On top of that, we also have what the manufacturer calls True Pass 4-wheel drive climbing. It basically transitions smoothly over truss holes or uneven floors, ensuring a seamless clean throughout the entire house. I also love the fact that the vacuum is not actually loud whenever it's vacuuming, whenever it's cleaning. So even if you're at home watching TV or cooking or even working from home, you can have this running because it's not that loud. Now, whenever it goes to the OmniCyclone station to empty the dustbin, that's when you're actually gonna hear the vacuum, because the OmniCyclone station does make a bit of noise whenever emptying that dustbin. So that is something to keep in mind. But you can actually customize how often the vacuum goes to the OmniCyclone station from the app. So amazing mopping capabilities. Those jets on the front, that focus jet as the manufacturer calls it, it's something that you have to see. Like, I've never seen that before. It's very cool to see the vacuum just spraying water ahead of itself. The Osmo roller mop does an amazing job at keeping all the dirt inside the robot vacuum. So it doesn't matter what kind of stains you have throughout the house, everything will be cleaned and everything will end up inside the robot vacuum. The vacuuming performance is also really good. It doesn't matter if you have carpets, if you have hard floors, everything will be sucked up and inside the robot vacuum here. And I love the fact that I don't have to clean the hair from the brush underneath here and the side brush here. As I said earlier, there will be some links in the video's description so you can check out the X12 there. Thanks Ecovacs for sponsoring this video. If you guys have any questions about this vacuum, definitely leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer whatever questions you may have. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.